What's going on, boys and girls? Keen here from the Fast Break, and today I wanted to just have like a discussion slash, say my opinions about the upcoming 2020 NBA draft. So I think the lottery was actually exactly a week ago. I think it was August 20th or some day around there. And yeah, I just wanted to give my predictions and have a little discussion about it. So today I'll be only talking about the first six picks, mostly because I didn't get to look at that much college basketball this year, especially since I only watched March Madness, and that obviously got canceled, and also because I don't even think the draft is it's not even that deep this year. Like the starting talent is crazy, but other than that, like once you go past six, it kind of gets like muddly, especially me since I'm not like a college expert. But okay, so anyways, Minnesota, they won the number one pick. So what I see Minnesota doing at number one spot is either drafting Anthony Edwards. Some people say LaMelo Ball. Honestly, I don't think they'll draft LaMelo Ball. It could happen, but I doubt it. I think Edwards is just a better prospect and like more guaranteed to actually play well. Or this is definitely a very big possibility. People for many years have talked about Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and Devin Booker uniting on one team. And obviously, it's way easier if Booker joined them than if both of them two left Phoenix. And also, even after their 8-0 run, I mean, Booker probably now is much more happy with his spot on the team, but still, he probably would not pass up an opportunity to play with the Timberwolves with his two good friends. But I just don't know how that trade would work because I don't think they'll do a one-for-one trade. Booker is worth way more than just the number one pick. So we'll have to see how that plans out if it ever occurs. But yeah, it's either going to be Edwards or trading for Booker. Next, we got Golden State. And most people are saying that Golden State is going to trade their pick. I don't know exactly what for. Maybe like some solid players that are not 18 or whatever, and they're guaranteed to produce like in their 20s or whoever. Yeah, because the thing is, the Warriors need immediate success because, Steph and Clay, they're only going to be good for like another. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're crazy good, but if they have to wait 5 years for a guy to develop, that's not going to be worth it for their situation. So in that case, Golden State needs a player to do damage, and contribute instantly. And in that, with that in mind, you would have to trade. Or this, as you guys can see, I have lots of ors here. The most developed prospect, or this guy that's just kind of crazy is James Wiseman. He's like an animal. He's a manimal, I guess you would say. He's 7 feet tall. He's big ass wingspan. He's got all of that, and he's huge. And he's a center too. So they only have that. I forget the one guy in the Warriors center, but he has buck teeth. He's their good center too. But other than that, they don't really have that many good big men. So that I could see that happening. And also, if the Minnesota Timberwolves somehow do not take Edwards, and the Warriors still keep their pick, they could probably take him too because he'll be the best prospect at number 2 easily. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking for the Warriors. Moving on to number 3, we got Charlotte, and wow, out of these 6 teams that got their got playoffs, lottery picks in the top 6, I would not want to land in Charlotte as a player because they're just, I don't know, who wants to go into Charlotte? Anyways, all right. So this is the thing. I think that the top 3 of the draft is going to be LaMelo Ball, Wiseman, and Edwards, no matter what, no matter whose team. I just think that's going to happen because Obi Toppin is just as good as the rest of them, but he's just 1 year older because he's the sophomore. So in that case, I don't know, he kind of should have been in the draft last year. So that's why I have him as the 4th guy, even though he's just as good. But I think those are going to be the top 3. So basically with Charlotte, it's going to be whoever is not out of the top 3 that hasn't selected yet. So if LaMelo Ball and Edwards somehow both get our top 2, then it's going to be Wiseman. So that's basically how it works. I can put money on that's going to happen. Quote me on this on draft day. It's going to be one of those 3. Obviously the one that doesn't get picked in 1 or 2. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Top 3, that's the top 3 regardless. Then we got Chicago at number 4. And that's going to be Obi Toppin for sure. If my prediction plays through on the top 3, Obi Toppin, if you do not pick him at number 4, you're stupid. He's just like crazy. He's like 6'10", and he's like a small forward. He can dunk on anybody. Like, bro, have you seen his dunks in game? They're crazy, and he's just so crazy athletic. I've seen him shoot some free threes too, and like take some shots, but I'm pretty sure his percentages are not that efficient. But nevertheless, he's also so like I said, he's 1 year older than everybody. That's a disadvantage, but that can also be an advantage because he's obviously 1 more year developed. But I don't know, like in the NBA now, it's like if you're old, you're like crap. So I guess they just want the young guys. But yeah, Chicago's definitely taking him at number 4. Then we have number 5, Cleveland. So the 2 guys left. This is why I did top 6, because the top 6 guys who are getting drafted is pretty plain and obvious. The last 2 guys that I have are Onyeka Okongwu and Deni Avdija. I think he's a Jewish or like Hebrew or whatever, and he's like an international player, like basically Luka Doncic kind of. But anyways, so these are the last 2 guys, and I don't know. I like saw him play a bit. Like he's a big man basically. I think he's like 6'10". He's good at passing, but I don't know. I just don't think he's that good of a prospect. I think he's going number 6. I mean, I guess I told you my number 6 before my number 5, but my number 5 is Cleveland taking Onyeka Okongwu, LaMelo Ball's high school teammate. He put up really nice numbers at USC this year, and he just like really proved himself that he wasn't just LaMelo Ball's teammate, he was himself. What I mean by that is like he can make his own bread basically, you know, he can put up for himself. He doesn't have to depend on LaMelo. But yeah, and maybe this is biased because I remember in my like 3 years ago or whatever when their Ball Bros were dominating high school, that's just my favorite team of all time for high school basketball. But I don't know, I think he's a really good prospect, like 6'9", power forward. He's kind of like Obi Toppin, but I don't know, just more of a center guy because like he's also like a center. But yeah, that'll be my number 5 with Cleveland picking him, and then number 6, I would have Atlanta picking Deni Avdija. Like, I mean, there's other prospects on the board, but I don't know. I haven't done much research about him, but like everywhere I look, everybody's hyping up so much. I don't know if this is a consequence of everybody down hyping Luka and then him going crazy like he is now. I hope if that's the case, then I'm right about him being like, you know, not that special. But if he actually lives up to the talent, he could go higher than 6. But right now I have him at 6 with Atlanta. So guys, that's my top 6. If you guys want to like discuss past the top 6, I would happily like to do that because I actually honestly want to learn about these players more. But yeah, that's it for the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.